Hello, and welcome to the first edition of Community Spotlight. The purpose of Community Spotlight is to introduce you to some trusted vendors in the community. And with me today is Reggie Rytter. He is the owner of 3 UPS stores right
Yes,
here
sir.
in the area.
Thanks
Welcome,
for having
Reggie.
me. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being the first guest of Community Spotlight.
There's a lot of pressure there.
So I wanted to ask you a few questions.
Absolutely.
Reggie. Where are you from originally?
I'm actually from Baltimore. My wife is from North Carolina, and I went to school out in Lancaster, and I've been in the Philadelphia area for about 15 to 20 years. I met my first wife at our first job in Philadelphia, and we just decided to stay in the area.
Okay.
So yeah, from a little south of here, but
All
I've
right.
been here quite a bit.
Great. And so tell us a little bit, tell us where's the location of your 3 UPS stores?
Sure. So the one we're currently standing in is in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, right in the heart of Bucks County. My second store is down in Warminster, Pennsylvania, at the corner of York and Street Road, right near Montgomery County, right near County Line Road. And my third one is actually a little bit further down. It's in the city. It's in Roxborough, which is near Manayunk and such. So it's more of an urban location. So 2 stores near each other and one a little bit further down in the Philadelphia area.
Oh, great. So tell us, how did you get your start in this business?
Well, my background's accounting. I'm a CPA. I have a master's in accounting. My wife and I both went down that path. And long story short, we were both progressing up the corporate ladder, if you will. And we were finding it harder and harder to spend time with our 2 young children. We had 2 young boys. At the time, my oldest was about to go into 1st grade, and getting off the bus at 3:30 doesn't always work with the corporate schedule, at least not ours. So we made the decision. My wife will stay with her job because it's a little more flexible. I thought I would leave my job and maybe open an accounting practice, which would be logical given my background and such, maybe buy a book of business to get started and such. While I was looking around, I know I didn't want to deal with food or alcohol. I didn't want to work weekends and nights, and I wanted to do service, and I didn't want to deal with inventory. Lo and behold, the UPS store kept coming up, and all the filters I was looking at, the UPS one in Warminster specifically, I went around and kicked the tires, and that was in April of 2014, and the goal was 2 to 3 stores in 3 to 5 years. It wound up being 3 stores in 18 months, and I'm not sure we're done quite yet. So that's where we are today.
Great.
Yeah.
Pretty ambitious there, right?
We'll
Wow.
see.
Yeah.
It just happened that way, I suppose.
What services do you offer here at your locations?
Sure. So most people, once they see the UPS shield, they think shipping. Many people also know we do packaging as well. So you can come in with like a loose lamp and we'll box it all up for you, bubble wrap it and such. And we also offer mailboxes, notary, fax, business services, things of that nature. We do a lot of fingerprinting for the local, especially in Pennsylvania, the background checks and such, very popular. But probably the biggest service that no one knows about is printing. That can be everything from design work to complete, maybe you're 85% there, we can take you over the finish line in terms of design, and then also the fulfillment of the printing. So we actually have a production level printer in our Doylestown store. We have a wide format poster printer in my Warminster store. I'm sorry, the production printer is in Doylestown, the wide format's in Warminster. And basically between my 3 stores, we're a fully functioning print shop, and we do the vast majority of what we can in-house. But yeah, printing is probably the biggest one. So everything from business cards to banners to brochures to direct mailers to playbills for your local theater, things of that nature. It's probably the biggest thing that people don't know we do. Everyone just thinks shipping, but I'd like people to know, of all the services we offer.
Wow, that's fantastic. Yeah, I agree. I didn't know that before either.
Yeah,
That's
most
great.
people don't. We're really geared towards small businesses.
Yeah.
So that's everything. All of our services are catered towards the people, probably smaller, micro-sized businesses, entrepreneurs especially.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
that's it.
great. Sure. How do you guys feel like you separate yourselves from like your competitors?
Sure. So it depends on the profit center. The most logical one would be shipping. People can ship post office, and that's totally fine. They're very good in their spot. Their spot is probably smaller packages, letters, things of that nature. As the boxes get bigger, we become more competitive and we offer more services. So every single thing we ship has tracking, insurance, and guaranteed delivery, or almost everything's guaranteed unless it's oversized, which is something that the post office doesn't typically offer. So if it's something that has to be there and it's important to you and things of that nature, especially businesses, it's kind of our sweet spot, our wheelhouse. We don't play in the letter space. It doesn't make sense for us. In terms of other ways to differentiate myself on the print side of the house, printing really, our biggest competitors, I would say, would be your Vista prints and such. The biggest thing is that we're a local owner. We're nearby. We produce what we can in-house. Turnaround's generally quicker, which means we don't have to worry about shipping and such, so the costs are generally a little bit more competitive, and hopefully we view the quality as just as good, if not better, and the service certainly is. You get to talk to an actual person, come in, you get to see me every time, or my managers, Blaine, things of that nature, talk to those guys, so we try to differentiate ourselves that way. And I'm sorry, one last thing I should have mentioned, our mailboxes, compared to a P.O. box, they're actually real street addresses, so you can incorporate a business there, you can have Google advertising, you can know about it. You actually get a suite number and such, so you can advertise it that way. So that's a big differentiator between us and post office boxes.
Okay.
So, sorry, I went overboard there.
No, it's great. It's good to know. Do you belong to any clubs or organizations?
I do. So, as I articulated earlier, one of the big reasons I went down this path was to spend more time with the family. We were both working quite a bit. So we have 2 young boys now. Their names are Colin and Andrew. And my wife's name is Kelly, and Colin is now 9.5, Andrew will be 7 in a month. What this schedule has allowed me to do is to spend more time with them. Everyone in our family does karate over at East West and Jamison, Sensei Mike Oos. But I love those guys, so my kids started it, and then my wife and I decided if we did it, it would probably give them a better chance of actually sticking with it, so we do it as well. Love the place, love everything about it, great messages. The other big thing we do is my entire family is very heavily involved in scouting. Again, both my kids are younger, so they're in the Cub Scout program. I'm actually the committee chair, which is kind of like the president. My wife is the popcorn colonel. Yep, it's funny, we get it. And then my kids so my oldest is a Weeble 1, and my youngest is a Tiger. So we are all in. Like, we have scouting almost once or twice a week. We have karate 4 nights a week. So really, but everything we do, we try to go all in, and those are both local organizations that we really believe in. So yeah, those are probably the 2 biggest, and they take a lot of our time.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Rich. That's fantastic. So, one last question.
Yes, sir.
If Hollywood were to make a movie about Reggie Rytter,
wow,
what actor would play the lead role?
Not even thinking about it. It had to be Peter Dinklage because he's a dwarf. My family is not known for being vertically enhanced, so we are a shorter family. I'm 5'4". My wife's the tallest at 5'5". So yeah, Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones, man. Got to go with the dwarf.
That's
work
awesome.
what you got, you know.
All right. Well, thanks, Reggie. So, folks, please visit one of Reggie's locations the next time you need shipping. But obviously, if you have any of your printing needs, Reggie, he can handle them all, really, for the most part.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that concludes our first edition of Community Spotlight, where we're encouraging you to support our local businesses. Okay. I'm your host, Ray Papero. Reggie, thank you very much.
Ray.
It was a pleasure.
Really appreciate it.
And folks, thanks for watching. We'll see you the next time.
All right, take care. Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.